Oh, what a lovely day in my empty driveway. Huh. Wonder what that is. Well, I said I was done. I lied. I am not immune to a good deal. I have literally went to a nice restaurant and paid more for steak dinners for me and 3 friends than I paid for this car. Or van. Young man had this thing here in Nashville. Took it to an oil change place. They stripped the drain plug on it. Now it's kind of got like a makeshift fix on that. It does run and everything, but now the water pump's leaking on it, and he needed to get back to his home. So I gave him money to get home, and I got this sweet van. This is a 1986 E150. This is actually the van that I've wanted to start with for years and could never find this combination. First off, it actually has a nice interior that I will not gut. Needs to be cleaned, obviously, but it's got real carpet, got nice, comfortable seats. Look how mint this dash is. I mean, real nice. Oh, and for Ford guys, you'll know what that means. Got a console, CB, interior, it's nice. Of course, I need to, clean it out and clean some stuff up. Man, this thing is sweet. Kid made me a really good deal on it. Really nice guy. I'm super appreciative that he gave me the opportunity to snag this thing up. So I'm going to make this thing great. I've already got wheels for it and everything. And yes, in real life, the body and paint is as straight as it looks in the video. It really is a nice van. Here's where it gets cool. 86, first year EFI. Huh. Wonder who put a BBK throttle body on it. It's got a new radiator in it too that the previous owner put in it. And you see that. It's got air conditioning. 86, to my knowledge, was the only year that had the tubes that went up to an air box next to the engine with that. I think in 87 they all had the air box here. Actually, I kind of like that, but then again, I bet the air filter is absolute hell to put on. So, aside from it being a nice van and having this super sweet, funky fresh, pimpin' bug guard, what makes an 86 so cool? Well, I'll tell you. First off, yes, I know it's batch fire, but it has an MPFI 5-liter in it. I prefer 5 liters to 351s. I've always had better luck with them. I think they run better, they rev better. I'm just a 302 guy. I like RPM. And my good boy 50 Tussin will prove to you that these bottom ends will take 58 to 6,000 RPM all day long with nothing, with 300,000 miles on, barely making oil pressure. So, fuel injected 5-liter. Excuse my hand. I am not a cameraman. Not a C6 automatic. It has an AOD, automatic overdrive. So, that means I can put stupid gears in the rear end and it still be drivable. But here's where this gets really cool. So, I've had an 87 and an 88, and all the 5.0 AODs have 8.8s in them. Good strong rear end, right? My 80 has a 9-inch. This 86 also has a 9-inch. So, 5.0 EFI, AOD, and a 9-inch rear end. Oh, and by the way, rear-mounted gas tank. So you can run real dual exhaust on it instead of running it over to one side. Country classic. Oh, and usually the bad culprit of a destroyed roof where people walk on these things. This one is perfect. Good and straight. All the glass in it's good. And I've been talking to Dallas at Mr. Rodder's neighborhood about this thing all day. This is going to be a very big departure from the white van. By the way, these wheels are going on it. Those old American racing aluminum mags. So here's the deal. The white van I was very disappointed with because I spent literally well over $10,000. Over 8,000 of it was engine and transmission, and it ran good. But to me, it ran like a $4,500 engine, not an $8,000 engine. And it was horrible to drive. I want air, I want power steering. Well, here's my air and my power steering. It's got a 9-inch in it, so I can put a stupid gear in it. I could put I could have a third member with a 513 in it that I could swap in. Like at an event like No Name Nationals, I could just show up, slide the axles out, put my 513 chunk in it in about 30 minutes. And then put my 3 flat back in it and drive home. It is staying EFI. I am a carburetor guy, but I'm also a big Ford MPFI guy. I did all the mass air stuff. I've done speed density stuff. Being a Mustang guy, I mean, it's all pretty much the same stuff. I've made really good power with it. The drivability on these is great. I've had a lot of these vans with factory speed density, and I'm telling you, I don't care what anybody says, when you take the long runner truck intake off of it in the EFI, and you put a Performer 289 on it, or a Wind Stealth or whatever, and a Holly 600, Edelbrock 650, 500, whatever, you lose low end torque. This does make the most torque. So obviously it's good for a van. 86, it's still got some V-belts on it, which is kind of neat. So that means it's going to be standard rotation. For you Ford guys, you know what's cool about that. Cheap water pumps. But there she is in all her glory. I haven't really named it yet. I'm tempted to, I don't know. I'll have to figure out a name for it. But what's so strange is I had all that money in that white van and it did nothing for me. Now the new owner absolutely loves it, and I'm glad he loves it. But I saw this thing and absolutely had to have it. And I got it for a really good deal. And this thing actually makes me want to do something with a van again. I mean, that'll always be my cool cruiser, but man, this thing could be a heck of a bracket racer with very little effort, and it'll be actually comfortable to stay in at certain events like the No Name Nationals, for instance. I could put an air mattress in this. It's actually insulated and quiet, and you know, I'm not sleeping on a steel floor. It's got real interior in it. This is going to be good. Oh, and did I mention that it's totally rust-free? No bubbles, no nothing.
I mean, not that you can really see much, but this sucker is solid.
Solid. Oh, yeah. There she is. I figured I'd introduce this thing to you, and when I have a name for it, I will let you know. But stay tuned, because we will be definitely doing stuff with this and with that. I actually have a lot planned for that, like Mutter-style flares, a front chin spoiler, full suspension, 10-inch wide tires all the way around, a Weber carburetor. We're going to make that thing handle. Chris, I'm coming for your Porsche 914. I mean, I guess I could just go in the garage and get the MX-5, but I like doing things the hard way. So yeah, Chris, your Porsche. We're going to tango. This, I'm going to make bags of money bracket racing this thing. But anyway, you guys enjoy your week, and I will see y'all later.